Welcome back everyone to Expert Emerald. So, in this video, as I said before, we're mainly going to be focusing on backtracking to places we've been and catching some mons.
Hey, I'm using surf.
And hooray to you, Skip, there for surfing us around like our aquatic chauffeur.
It's like a limo on the sea, and it has fins, and it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
These are qualities that don't normally acquire to a limo. You know what? Forget it.
Not the common traits of a chauffeur right there. So here we are catching a good few mons. We're starting with Goldeen and Qwilfish. For a lot of the catching montages in this episode, just assume that I'm swimming to all the local areas, because different parts of the water count as different routes and contain different Pokemon. It all gets quite confusing, so...
Yeah, I can imagine a game like this having all these Pokemon. It probably isn't very great.
Yeah, it literally... Well, when you get the game, you also get a document with it which tells you where to catch everything. Some of them, particularly with the water-based Pokemon, are actually wrong, so you've got to really just scour the whole route, like with a fine-tooth comb to find everything.
Oh, Mantine! I like this Pokemon. This is a cool-looking Pokemon.
It's a very cool Pokemon. I was looking it up recently, actually. Apparently, with the new metagame, it's like considered an OU, like a really overpowered Pokemon. And I don't know where that came from.
Overused?
Oh, you.
I imagine it's probably because it probably has pretty decent stats. Maybe its move pool changed.
It might be something to do with its move pool, yeah.
Get it? Move pool. We're on the water.
I got I got your number. This is the worst named Pokemon. It's literally a seal.
Named Seal. Ha.
And its name is just Seal spelled wrong. If it were a mix of a sea lion and an eel, that would be kind of clever, but no, it's just a sea lion.
Oh, yeah.
With a horn.
So what are we gonna do to name this one? I don't know, just change it later, who cares?
Sorry, this is going to be slightly unorthodox for an LP, but I need to address something. Sam, wake up, you're snoring. It's affecting my audio.
My immersion.
Sorry, it's good. Oh, there we go. Anyways.
I didn't know you had a Snorlax in your room. Dang.
I have a Snorlax with me right now. Just chillaxing next to me.
You really are a Pokemon master.
Oh, that's great.
So, tangentially related to Pokemon, I have repicked up Pocket Morty's, which is a Rick and Morty game on mobile, which is just it's Pokemon, but you get Morty's. It's a decent time waster because I don't have a 3DS because I can't afford that shit.
Same.
I've heard of that game, and from what I've seen, it's pretty goddamn amazing. Yeah.
I should probably get that too. No, I can't find my phone when I'm looking for it.
I was gonna say, how do you capture footage off of phones? Because I wouldn't mind doing an LP of the odd iPhone kind of game.
There are emulators. I know there's BlueStacks, which is a Android runtime emulator.
Well, I guess I'll be looking into that. Not that emulation is a thing that I condone ever, but yeah.
And if that doesn't work out, I think there are ways that you can pull a feed off of your phone. I can't remember where you could find such things, but it's possible.
I know a lot of people use it for doing stuff like the gacha games, which are, like lottery type get unit kind of games.
Ah, right.
I used to be really big into Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and like a lot of people would just re-roll all their accounts repeatedly using emulators until they got something good.
Fair dues.
Which kind of at least for me, it kind of defeated the purpose of the whole thing. Like, what's the point if you're just gonna save scum? It's like, let's min-max this mobile game. That's all RNG anyway.
Now, just a little thing there. The fishing in this game doesn't quite work like the fishing from Generation 1 and 2, which was just automated. You have to do a timed button press, but...
It's kind of annoying. I really don't like it in this game. I loved it. I liked it in the first two games because it was simple. And it didn't really...
Push the action button whenever you get a nibble.
Oh yeah, like press F to pay respects, I get it. But like, just let me fish. That meme will never get old.
Hey, at least it's not making you fight the dang thing to get it. I mean, like, You have to fight it to like reel it in, but not.
This isn't Big's Big Fishing Adventure 3, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to actually like put something like that in, why wouldn't you actually make it a full-fledged minigame instead of just, hey, press this button?
So if you're gonna do it, go all in, go the full hog.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, does that mean that you have to also battle it afterwards, or do you get to have it at that point? Like what? How much effort do I have to exert to fish this Pokemon out of the water?
That's also fair. That's also fair. But like, I think maybe fishing, I don't know. Maybe it should be just kind of its own thing. Like you have the bug catching contest in Gen 2. Maybe there should be like fishing contests.
Now, just to address Granite Cave right here, I'm going through and catching all the Pokemon that I missed, like when I came through this place before. Some of them are found in different rooms. Quite a lot of them are actually found in the final room where you actually encounter Steven, and I hadn't figured that out, so I did spend a while looking at the FAQ, which just had a big list of Pokemon, and think to myself, where are they? How do I get them? Why aren't they appearing? So,
Huh.
yeah, I actually missed quite a few of them.
Oh, hey, it's coughing. Fun fact about coughing, its working name before Red and Blue dropped was NY for New York.
And it was supposed to evolve into LA, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's correct. But I think Nintendo of America said, no, you can't do that. I believe that's what happened.
Can you not slag off our cities, please? We'd appreciate.
No, just reserve that for when we bring about the Pokemon USA edition, when we just capture Pokemon that are based on places in the United States. Can't wait for Denmark.
Hex yeah. Gen 5, yo.
Oh yes, my favorite Pokemon, St. Louis Blanc.
Well, the genuine example I'm thinking of is Braviary, who kind of looks like the red, white, and blue American eagle, and in, I believe in Japanese, his name was Wargle, as if to imply that Americans love their war, which is rad.
Or you could say that it's probably like War Eagle, which is the Auburn's motto. People from Alabama will get that.
Yeah, they'll also hate it. I understand. I know college things. I went to a college once.
I'm completely out of the loop, to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to have to do a little rant about the ROM hacker here. During their document, they stated that Jigglypuff could be found in this cave. I spent 3 real-life hours looking for a Jigglypuff and being slightly confused as to why I wasn't finding one. I then used a ROM decompiler, looked through the game's code. Jigglypuff wasn't actually programmed in, so I did it myself. I patched it into the game.
Wow.
That is a blunder that cost me a lot of real life time. You need to get on that.
So when are you going to release that hotfix?
Does the ROM hacker know you're doing this, LP?
No, but I'm kind of afraid to share it with them because I feel like I slagged them off a lot. Whoops.
What are you looking at? A new kind of Pokemon?
Farfetch'd is a pretty horrible Pokémon. Unless you have some sort of theme going on, or you just want to use bad Pokémon, don't include him in your team. Farfetch'd isn't good. Plain and simple. It can't hurt anything unless you get really lucky. Uh-oh, it's Farfetch'd. Actually, to be honest, uh-oh is what you say when you bring out Farfetch'd, because it is a terrible Pokémon. I am of the opinion that as Pokémon Red and Blue were about to be released, Farfetch'd accidentally spilled some ink on the suit of one of the most important Game Freak staff members. Since then, they have hated Farfetch'd and did everything they could to make sure this thing sucked as much as possible. Farfetch'd has terrible stats, a shallow move pool, and is completely outclassed by every other normal/flying type in the tier. Do not even bother trying Farfetch'd out, as it will disappoint you every time.
Hey! If it's that valuable, I'll capture it!
His weapon is a leek, for God's sake. What is up with that? He looks like a moron. Probably because he is a moron. Look at him. He looks ridiculous, holding that stupid leek. All the other Pokémon laugh at him. Do not use Farfetch'd. He is a disappointment in the eyes of God.